Alright guys, welcome back. So today we are going to take a look at LR AGL UI Goku and LR INT Evolution Blue Vegeta EZAs with the analysis and overview. So again, as I said, in every type of video like this is not meant for experienced players, but this is more meant for new players. And since this is an anniversary and maybe new people are starting the game and they see like UI Goku, Vegeta, they are hype characters, but they see this immense wall of text in their passives. Maybe they don't know how it works, maybe they don't know how to use it correctly, and this is just to make these people know how the character works. So if you are experienced players, you probably don't need to watch this video. But if you're new and you don't really know how these new characters work, maybe you did the EZA, but you really don't know how to use them, this is the right video for you. So let's start with AGL UI Goku. Now, UI Goku is my second favorite unit in the game. And so for me, this EZA was, of course, really hype. Like, I was waiting for this one badly, and I cannot say I'm not a bit disappointed. He's still amazing, but there is some flaw I just hope they didn't give him. So let's start with the leader skill, which are Miraculous Awakening and Representative, so Universe 7, Key plus 3 and 180% to stats. So leader skill, let's see the categories. So this is Miraculous Awakening, and now the good thing is that the team is strong. So you have UI Goku, you have Beast, you have Broly, you have Evolution Blue Vegeta, you have STR UI Goku, and even buff in probably the recent future we have Namek Goku EZA, which is probably coming. We have this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is still decent. We have Ultimate Gohan, Bardock EZA is probably not too far away. So we have characters, and God Goku too. And the other leader skill is Raps of Universe 7, which is not really the greatest. So this is Raps of Universe 7. Now these guys are very good, but then the only good character is Blue Kaioken Goku, but it's a significant drop off from all the others, and then the category is dead. Like here there's zero stuff. So UI Goku's leader skill is decent, but Beast is also Miraculous Awakening leader, so you can just run double Beast. The 12 key is the Perfect Instinct, which greatly raises attack for one turn and causes colossal damage to enemy. He has 50% chance of doing a critical hit for one turn, and all allies get a chance of performing a critical hit by 7% for one turn. So this is a 50% attack buff. He gets the 50% chance to crit for one turn, so if he's at 17 key, he gives you this, and then he drops an additional, it's a guaranteed crit. 50% high chance, plus another 50% from the high chance, it's 100. It's a guaranteed crit. And all allies get the 7% for one turn. If you get an additional, it's 14%. The 18 key, the Supreme Kamehameha, he gets 100% attack for one turn, massively raises attack. He does mega colossal damage to enemy, the same chance to crit, so if you do the 18 key and then the 12 key, it's 100%, 50 plus 50. So high chance of performing a critical hit for one turn, and then it raises all allies' chance of performing a critical hit by 7%, but for 2 turns. So if you do this, the allies on the next rotation will have a 7% chance to crit. Not the greatest ability, but it's something. Here's the first flaw of UI Goku. No defense. Where's the defense? Why couldn't he get massively raises attack for one turn and raises defense for one turn? Just a 30% buff. Cannot do that. That's the first one. Then passive skill, power from friends. It's a long one. So he gets Ki plus 7 and he has 100% chance to dodge on the first turn. So the first time UI Goku shows up, he has 100% chance to dodge. And of course that's broken. Of course. And he has also Ki plus 7, so he will probably be at 24 Ki and he has guaranteed dodge. So you can put him in whatever slot and he's not going to get hit. Unless of course the enemy disables dodge, but that's another story. We have 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Before EZA was 150%, so we have a little jump right here. This is the second flaw. This bullshit right here. 77% attack and defense when HP is 77 or more. I don't like this. I don't like this. I hate, I despise HP is X% or more conditions for stats in the passive skills. I despise it. Either 77% or more or 77% or less or stuff like that. I despise this because you cannot control this. If you are at 60% HP, you are not in risk of dying, but you still lose stats. I hate it. I despise this. When I saw this the first time, I was like, they ruined my boy. Like, I hate this. I despise it completely. Then we have chance of launching an additional super attack and chance of evading enemy's attack plus 77%. This is probably one of the broken 9 we have in Dokkan at the moment, because this is free. He just has 77% chance to dodge and of launching an additional super attack. This is just here. No limitations, no condition, no nothing. Then we have an additional chance of evading enemy's attack plus 7% within the same turn with each attack evaded. This is a separate proc. So let's just say you are on turn 5 and there are 6 attacks aimed at UI Goku. You have this 77%. Let's say you have 20 dodge in the hidden potential. So the enemy attacks, you have the 77%. You don't proc it. You have the 20 dodge in the hidden potential system and it procs. When that procs, you get a 7% chance, but it's a separate proc too. So on the second attack, the game will check. Okay, 77% chance to dodge. Does it hit or does it fail? If it fails, then it checks the hidden potential. 20. Does it hit or does it fail? If it fails, then you have another 7%. But it's a separate proc. Usually the 77% will proc, of course, it's 77%. But this 7%, it's a different one. Then you dodge another attack, cool. Now that 7% becomes 14. But it's still 77, then 20, then 14. And it resets every turn. So on the next turn, it will start again. You dodge once, okay, now you have the 7. You dodge twice, okay, then you have the 14. It's not 77 plus 7. Because like, it's impossible. Like you have 77, you dodge once, you have 84%. It's not feasible. Then we have Ki plus 2 and 30% defense up to 150% defense and 10 Ki with each attack evaded, so you need 5 attacks, which are helped by the guaranteed dodge you have the first turn. So maybe the first turn there are 3 attacks in one slot, You put him there and you build up 6 ki and 90% defense. And then you get 77% attack and guaranteed crit within the turn when doing the active skill or when ki is 24. Now, this is another thing I don't like. Not that the ability is bad, but it's too much redundant. So you have guaranteed crits right here. You have 50% chance to crit right here, and you give crit to allies. You have 50% chance to crit right here, and you give crit to allies. There's too much crit, and I don't like that. It's not negative, it's not bad, it's just the ability is too redundant in the character's kit, for my opinion. So like, I get it, because this Dokkan cannot change how active skill works. So they do this to give the active skill a buff. So when you do the active skill, you have a new thing that you didn't have before. Cool. But like, reading the character, 99% of the time, besides one turn when you do the active skill, this doesn't matter, because you're always like, you already have 50% chance to crit on the first super attack. Well, 57. And then you have guaranteed crit on the second super attack. So the guaranteed crit at 24 ki is not really important. Then, if HP is 77% or less at start of the turn, and you die on that rotation with a character or an ally, you revive with 77% HP. So, let's say the most easy to recognize. You are against Fusion Zamasu. He does this AoE. He hits you for like 300k. You barely leave and you go to the next rotation where UI Goku is. You have the revive. His revive is literally the GT 8th anniversary, but better, because you have an easier HP condition to fulfill. How many times has happened that you are at like 60% HP and you cannot revive with the GT Duo? To me, like 7 or 8 times. If that was UI Goku, I would have revived. So that's just a better GT Duo condition. That's it. The GT Duo is stronger because you have the support and you have the Spirit Bomb, of course. So their revive in a vacuum is stronger, but UI Goku is easier to get. And also GT Duo gives you full HP. But the easiest one to do is UI Goku. Then you have Ki plus 7 and 77% attack and defense started from the turn in which the character or an ally revival skill is activated. So you can have, again, the GT Duo on the team. You get their revive, UI Goku will get this. This buff will drop with every revived character on the team. Tech Carnival Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Future Gohan, the AGL one, the GT Duo, whatever revive. If you get a revive on the battle, you will get this, which is huge because this is multiplicative. Like, when you get this, UI Goku's stats jump a lot. Then you have guaranteed dodge only on the next attacking turn if it's UI Goku revive specifically to activate. So let's say you have a rotation with UI Goku and the GT Duo and you're at like 40% HP. If you swap on the Spirit Bomb and you do the Spirit Bomb, you will get this, but not the guaranteed dodge. If you instead use UI Goku's revive, you will get the stats and this. This is only if UI Goku revives. If you do like UI Goku's revive, you will get both buffs, If you don't, only 1. So it's a good design. The active skill is Strike of Fury, which has the same condition as before, so HP 50% or more starting from the 4th turn. And the effect is the same. He greatly raises attack temporarily and does ultimate damage to the enemy. But now, when you pop the active skill, you will get this. So not only it will hit harder because you have the 77% attack, but now it's a guaranteed crit. While before, the active skill was the only attack that the 6th anniversary Lars could have not critted, because this was the super attack effect. So that's why they did the perform a critical hit when activating the active skill or when he is 24. It's just that it's redundant for me. Links of course are the same: Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle, Godly Power, Kamehameha, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. And then, listen guys, I don't want to read all the categories, I'm completely honest. It's just too much, and the EZA is not like affecting this. And my throat is hurting, so like, please. At the end, let's pull up Goku in the wiki, so I can like show him. Now, the reason why I did like separating everything in his passive, it's because if you take everything like this, it looks like a mess. So at the end, UI Goku is very good. He's an amazing character. I personally have some criticism just because he's my second favorite character, so my expectations were insanely high. He's amazing, don't get me wrong. It's just, if those two flaws, so no defense here on the 12 and 18 key, and the stupid 77% attack and defense when HP 77% or more, if they just changes these two things, he will be literally perfect and I will have no problem with him. So he's amazing, just I dislike these two things specifically. Next we have Evolution Blue Vegeta, which is going to be way faster because he's actually very similar to UI Goku for many things. So leader skill, Powerful Comeback and Reps of Universe 7, Key plus 3 180%. Let's pull up Powerful Comeback. So here is Powerful Comeback. As good characters we have, of course, Vegeta, we have UI Goku, Orange Piccolo, we have the STR UI Goku, we have 5th anniversary Blue Gogeta, we have the new Carnival Gogeta, we have them. The GT Duo is still a decent character, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You have some niche options like Tech Gohan, like the Gohan and Piccolo, and this Bardock, maybe, like very niche. And then talking about Tech War Tournament Goku is also good. And then like future options, Tech Gogeta is probably coming up on an EZA, same as Namek Goku, so, and the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And then we have the same Reps of Universe 7. This is the same category as UI Goku. So you can form a solid team, but it's very restricted. Like you have a specific set of options, and that's it. So the 12 key is Pride of Our Warrior Race, which gives Vegeta 50% defense for 1 turn and colossal damage to enemy, and then the same identical crit chance, 50% for 1 turn, all allies 7% for 1 turn. 18 key is the Final Flash, which gives Vegeta 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to enemy, and then the same crit mechanic with the all allies chance of having a critical hit, 7% for 2 turns. So yeah, Vegeta gets defense on here. Passive skill, power to keep promises. Ki +7 and guard for 1 turn, so while UI Goku dodges, Vegeta has guard. Then we have 200% attack and defense. Same as before, UI Goku started at 150, Vegeta started at 150, now we have 200%. Then we have 50% damage reduction, right away. And then 10% damage reduction within the same turn with each attack received or evaded, up to 30%. So let's say you put Vegeta in slot 1. You have 50% damage reduction. One attack is aimed at Vegeta, he dodges, now he has 60% damage reduction. Then there is a normal, he gets hit, now you have 70% damage reduction. There is another normal, he gets hit, now he has 80% damage reduction. For the turn. On the next turn, he will be at 50, and you will need 3 attacks to be aimed at Vegeta to have the 80% again. Then we have Ki +3 up to 10, and 30% attack and defense up to 120% with each attack performed. And he launches an additional attack which has a 77% chance of becoming a super attack. This is better than what UI Goku has. This is better. Because Vegeta will always do a super attack and then he will do another attack. Always. While UI Goku, it's a chance of a super attack. It's very realistic that UI Goku does one super attack and that's it. The enemy just attacks him. Vegeta no. Vegeta will always do a second attack, either a normal or a super attack. And that second attack will maybe trigger the hidden potential system. Because every attack you do will do a roll for the hidden potential. So let's say you have 20 additional, which means a 40% chance to proc it. You do the first attack, the 40% fails. Then you do the second normal, the hidden potential procs, and then you do it. Because the second attack procced it. UI Goku is different. If UI Goku you don't get the 77%, it just doesn't do an attack. So if the hidden potential doesn't proc with the first attack, you don't get the second. While Vegeta, the additional it's guaranteed. He will do an additional. The 77% it's the super attack chance. So it's better. This is the same line, so 77% attack, guaranteed crit when doing the active skill or when Ki is 24. This is literally the same, and for the same reason, the active skill. Then the revive is different. After the character receives 5 or more attacks in battle, starting from the next turn, you will have a revive when Vegeta or an ally is KO'd on the turn. So basically, turn 1, you have Vegeta, he gets hit 5 times. Just an example. Starting from turn 3, no matter your HP, no matter who's on rotation, no matter how many enemies you're facing, Vegeta will always have a revive. Basically, after Vegeta gets hit 5 times, you cannot die with Vegeta on rotation, because you will revive. So I think I prefer Goku's revive for short fights. If you're facing Fusion Zamasu, if you're facing, I don't know, Goku Black in the red zone, if you're doing stages that go for like 5 turns, 6 turns, I prefer UI Goku's revive. Because as long as you're below 77%, you have the revive up. But in long fights, Vegeta is better because it's guaranteed. You get hit 5 times, you know you have the revive. There's no escaping it. You have it, period. Then he gets the same buff, Ki +7 and 77% attack and defense, starting from the turn in which the character's or an ally revival skill is activated. So, if you do Vegeta's revive, you do Goku's revive or whatever, you have this. But if you specifically do Vegeta's revive, then on the next turn you will have guard, only for the next turn. But this will make it so that you can put Vegeta in slot 1 more easily on the next turn. It's just a bonus. The active skill is the final explosion, which has the same condition as UI Goku's, so 50% HP or more starting from the 4th turn, but it's an AoE, mega colossal damage to all enemies. Now, the difference, it's more so like, yeah, Vegeta will hit 5 enemies, 4 enemies, but Goku's will hit harder against 1 enemy because you have this. Vegeta doesn't have an attack buff on his active skill effect, it's just he does damage, but it's to all enemies. So of course, when against 2 or more enemies, Vegeta's active skill is better, when against 1 enemy, UI Goku's active skill is better. It's just very easy. The link set is Prodigies, Royal Lineage, Godly Power, Prepare for Battle, Tournament of Power, First Battle, Legendary Power, and yeah, the same as release. Vegeta doesn't have the Super Saiyan link, which to me is stupid, but at this point it's just, it is what it is. Yeah, it's stupid when Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolved Vegeta doesn't have the Super Saiyan link, but I don't know, like, as the NSET said, it is what it is. Like, wrap it up. He dropped on the January 30th, 2021. Wrap it up. He doesn't have the Super Saiyan link. Another thing, when you do the active skill, you swap for the costume. Vegeta loses his armor, which Vegeta is the first character introduced with this, and the only other character we have is STR Vidal. It's just, this doesn't change his performance or anything, it's just, it's a cool thing. He loses the armor when he does the active skill. Anyway, in my opinion, Vegeta's kit is more tight. Like, you can die with Goku. But Vegeta, now let's see his stats. He has 15,700 defense at Rainbow, while UI Goku, which should be right here, he has 14,500. Then you give Vegeta the special skill orbs. My Vegeta has 17,500 defense. Then you combine it with 200% at start of turn, with 100% build up, with 50% damage reduction, with this super attack effect. Like, Vegeta will start the turn at over 1 million defense, and then he will get this 50% attack and defense for one turn, and then he will get this 50% defense for one turn, and then he will get hit with one normal and this 60% damage. Like, Vegeta will not die after the supers. You are certain of that. UI Goku, you have a chance. It's a very good chance. You will do it in slot 1, and his defense is still good against normal, but it's a chance. Because the bastard doesn't get defense here too, and because maybe you revived, but now you're 60% on the next turn, and he loses stats, which is stupid, which is dumb. Because if you revive with Vegeta, if you have a revive, Vegeta is at full power. He doesn't lose anything from his kit at all. There's nothing limited. There's nothing for a couple of turns. There's nothing when HP is certain threshold or that. There's nothing in this slot, in this other slot. Here it's all ready. When you revive, you have the stats, damage reduction, build up damage reduction. You build up this. This is an additional chance. You will have permanent 24 key, so you will have always this. You will have these stats, and you will have the super attack effect. Vegeta is always at 100% of its possibility. UI Goku, you can revive, but then on the next turn you are at 60% HP, so you will lose this, and you will not get stats on the super attacks. So he pisses me off with this. I love him, and he pisses me off with this. So I think Vegeta is a better unit because his kit is more tight, it's less RNG. UI Goku will age better. Yeah, but Vegeta is better now. It's less risky. Well, I don't want to say it's risky running UI Goku because his defense is very high, his damage is amazing, the revive is very easy to do, and I don't want to like undervalue 77% chance to dodge. This is again one of the top line in the game. 77% chance to dodge. It's amazing. It's a top 5 line in the game. This is like STR Vegeta 10 turns counter on release. It's broken, but it can get caught, while Vegeta is more difficult. And again, I will say, because the bastard doesn't get defense here. If you did have UI Goku getting defense here, and he didn't have this stupid dumb line, I would prefer him. But Vegeta's king. So this was the analysis I have. I will probably do a tier list in a couple of days, maybe, when when we complete the anniversary, when we are completely sure, because maybe there's another EZA coming that can shake things up, and I just want to wait a couple of days. So that will explain a bit more why I have Vegeta above Goku, but they are in the same tier. Like, it's not because I prefer Vegeta than Goku sucks. Like, Goku is still amazing, incredible, stupendous, fantastic, jaw-dropping. Like, Goku is amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I think they did a more... they think it more when doing Vegeta. They did a better kit when doing Vegeta's one, which is okay. Goku gets a lot of dubs, and Vegeta gets one. It's not the biggest deal ever. So let me know what you guys think about AGL UI Goku and INT Evolution Blue Vegeta, and I see you guys in the next video.